and welcome to another episode of Spoken Voices. And again, we're coming from our home because of this doggone pandemic. We hope everybody's doing well. We hope that everyone's safe and sound and trying to have a good time. The weather got better, so we hope you got out in it a little bit and had a good time. I'm here with my producer again, Maribel Brooks. How you doing?
I'm fine.
You good? You look like you may be going a little stir crazy.
No.
No? Cabin fever?
No.
No?
I'm good. It's just that, it's amazing how the governor says, he gives these rules, and when you go out shopping, you see a lot of stuff that, that's happening out there, and people are just not adhering to anything.
So you got a complaint?
No, I don't get no complaints.
We went to
My
Lowe's.
thing is
You got a problem with the people at Lowe's today?
No. It's just a lot of people are not wearing masks. So,
Really?
Yeah.
I saw most people had on masks.
No, I tell you, I counted at least 10 people.
Really? Did you run from them?
No. We had our mask. That's important. So, it's just certain things that we need to be very careful, and we don't want to disrespect anybody, and especially if they say, "Hey, wear your mask." But everybody's different, easy, right? So it's a beautiful day, man. You wear your mask and you're jogging, you're sweating to death.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't. You can't really breathe the way you want to breathe. So
no.
Yeah. But today let's talk about this. Let's talk about finding happiness when things change.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get out of your comfort zone and the things that you normally like to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people are finding it hard to, what's wrong with your head? Hair moving? It's alive. People find it hard to change,
Mm-hmm.
And it shouldn't be. You should be able to find happiness anytime, whether there's something going on or whatever. Change is good.
Changes, yeah.
Not this kind of change.
What kind of change?
This kind of change ain't that good, but you can make the best of it. In other words,
You got your pros and you got your cons.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that when you see a change, either you're going to embrace that, learn from it,
Mm-hmm.
or are you going to escape from it, get upset, not thinking and say, okay, what's happening and how am I going to be able to cope with change? Some people can cope, and there are some people who cannot.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And my thing is, if you get out here and you can find something to do to occupy your time during the time that you're home, because if you're one of the many people who don't have to go to work or can't go to work, hopefully you're getting paid. No, seriously, because that's also a factor. If you're not getting paid, then there's a problem, because now that in itself brings on other kind of stress.
Well, I mean, there's things that we can do, like what I did today, planting.
Mm-hmm.
Buy some beautiful little flowers and
right.
Get your pots in the soil and all those little chemicals that you need to make your flowers beautiful, and put them in the back, and and just try to keep yourself busy. And it's such a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to plant, and just maybe go into your garage, which we need to do, and just organize certain things, throw some things out. And, you just got to keep yourself organized. And if you have a beautiful home, there's a lot of stuff you can do, planting and maybe fixing a little bit of touch-ups somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
Or, you have your dog, take your dog for a nice walk. I like to walk at 5 o'clock in the morning.
5 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
I don't even know you're gone.
No, you don't.
I'm like, no way.
So, but it's a great time because it's not hot. There's nobody around, and it's just me and Max.
Happiness, though.
Yeah, that makes me happy. I come home, I'm tired.
Right. See, but you can do that. I'm very sure there's a lot of people trying to figure out what to do with their time.
Well, we see a lot of people walking, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Especially in the pond, there's a lot of people there.
What the thing is, though? I'm talking about people, I'm mostly talking about people that is younger than us, because people our age, we've been through so much.
Uh-huh.
we know how to compensate for certain things. You know,
Okay.
some of us,
Okay.
some of us who have, you know, had to deal with a lot of controversy in their lives and
Mhm.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is nothing.
This is
I'm
nothing.
like,
You-
wow.
you can
If
do-
this is the worst, my God, we're living good.
Yeah, it's good to learn from chaos,
Mhm.
crisis. It's time to be smart
Mhm.
and have an open mind about everything.
Right. I mean, we were born in the 60s. So
Right.
the stuff that we saw, especially me, I was born in 1961. So
What did you see?
as I was growing up, oh my God, the things I saw, the assassination of Dr. King,
Mm.
the assassination of Robert Kennedy,
Hmm.
hearing about, as I grew up, hearing about Medgar Evans being killed.
You're talking about history.
Yeah.
But
So
I thought that you're talking about something that you experienced as a little child.
what I did, but you got to understand, when you experience stuff as a child, when you start hearing
Yeah,
about stuff
I
like
understand that. But
I
sometimes
had-
if we're close to family and stuff, little, some stuff that I went through. But I know that we have history when we were growing up. Yeah, definitely. I just thought
You mean externally? I'm talking external stuff. I'm not going to divulge my personal stuff. But
but I'm not asking you to.
No,
I
but-
just thought maybe something happened to you when you were little. I don't know.
well,
Got hit by a bus or something. I don't know.
no, thank God I didn't. No. The
Anyway.
only one tragedy happened in my life was losing my dad early on in life.
Yeah.
But no, that was the biggest thing internally that I had to deal with. I'm talking about the stuff that we, people my age and older, dealt with
Mhm.
externally. The things, because this is external. This pandemic is external.
So
Thank God.
things that's happening around us. Yeah.
Yeah, thank God it hasn't, walked through the door. We're hoping it never does and whatever. But when you experience certain things and you go through different things in life that the country has gone through since I've been born, this is new, of course, because it's a virus, but it's nothing, that I can say is more traumatic or, devastating than the other things I've did growing up.
It's funny.
The Vietnam War and stuff like that. That was insanity too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was all stuff that if you're my age and older that you remember growing up. So it gives you, what I'm trying to say, it gives you somewhat of a defense mechanism
Mhm.
to deal with, external stuff that's going on in the world. Those who haven't, guys who are 30s in their 30s, early 20s and stuff like this, they're not prepared for this stuff.
Yeah.
They ain't built for this.
I'm trying to think back in that, back in history, how also when it comes to vaccinations, how important it is to get vaccinated. And I remember,
Mhm.
I know there's some of us, and I still remember this big, huge,
I still got mine too. Yeah,
Yeah.
all of us do.
and this is when I was probably, I don't know, maybe like 5 years old.
I think roundabout,
Yeah.
if not younger. I think we got him maybe 3.
I have no idea.
Because it was one of the things that they did when your mom and dad took you back to the hospital for a checkup. At some point, I don't know what it is, what age, but at some point you had to get vaccinated for
Yeah.
smallpox, for polio, and all the other stuff.
Yeah, I remember coming to this country when I was probably I was like maybe 2 years old.
Coming back to the country, you were born here, right?
Well, what I'm trying to say is this: we lived in Puerto Rico. Let's just say
Where were you born?
I was born here in the United States.
I'm sorry.
We lived in Puerto Rico. Well, we kind of like changed states, right? So that's what I mean.
Yeah, J States. Huh?
So we lived in Puerto Rico, but I do remember as a child how we used to live in the alphabet city, and that's where I used to live at.
Yeah.
And so I remember as a child how we all lined up. We were like, there was a huge line. And I remember back in the 60s how it was so important to have, I think it was the measles shots. I think it was the measles.
I was so little. I had no idea what it was.
There was a vaccination that we
For all of it. Mhm.
that we needed, and that shot was so horrifying.
Really?
I remember. Yeah,
You remember?
I got sick.
I don't remember.
I got this big.
I do too. I have mine is bigger than yours. Mine's about yay big.
Yeah, and we still have that,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that kind of happened back in the 60s. But then again, we there's so many things that have happened many history ago, and they even spoke about it. This is something that it's very, we're living in a very scary time.
It seems like, I don't know, to me, it seems like we dealt with stuff better.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's just me, but I remember most of the stuff that went on after hours, when you start getting cognizant of your life, and that's, I don't know what age that is, but it seems like the United States, even back in the 60s and 70s and 80s, and maybe it's just me, we dealt with stuff better.
Yeah.
The government dealt with stuff better.
Well, that's why.
Medical people dealt with stuff better.
Well, when it comes to medicine,
mm-hmm.
you know how much they advanced.
Yeah, of course.
Also,
but you wouldn't think it with this thing because everybody's freaking out and running around like their head is on fire.
But again, there's always something new coming up.
Yeah, but we know that, though. It's not like this should be some surprise. There's new viruses come out all the time. Mm-hmm. Again, I know in a couple of shows ago, I mentioned when HIV first came out, and I was older dude, not older, but I was a young man back then.
Yeah, I remember when that came out.
Yeah.
That was scary.
It was scary, but we didn't have, it wasn't on this level to me. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it seems like this is being publicized and a lot more than even that was. And they talked about that a lot.
Yeah, but we have so many people dying.
Yeah, we had a lot of people dying from that too when it first came out because we didn't know exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But we had also, remember the crack epidemic? New York City?
Back in what, early 80s?
Late 70s, early 80s, the crack cocaine came out. People were dying of that stuff. They were ODing and they were freaking out and they were doing all this other stuff. And it seemed like we dealt with it better. But anyway, getting back to the initial thing I was talking about is finding your happiness. Finding the things that make you happy. And like I said, this is probably a good time to find that out. The things that you really like to do. You can do your thing. You can really delve into your screenplay and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? Other people can start writing, singing, whatever they do, but this is the time to do it.
Yeah, you just gotta be able to find ways to get it done.
It is, and that's true. Have you been talking to people about different things? Like different things, what you're doing, getting in contact with people in the industry and stuff like that?
No, well, right now, no, because I'm trying to focus on this one project. I don't want to talk about, but I just want to be able to, right now I'm just doing my homework as far as just reading certain things and getting up on, when it comes to filming. So, yeah, I mean, it's not an easy task. That's pretty hard, you have to be very cautious. You have to be careful. But just staying on top of things and also just trying to create certain things, and then I have ordered some stuff. So I'm excited about those things to come in so that I can start doing a little short film. It's all about creating and just being able to put your mind together and being able to just go out and film. But you can't go out and film, because you got to be careful. So, but, it goes back again. When we went earlier today, we went to, a specific place. I don't want to talk about where we, the brand where we went. I don't want to do that. So I just feel like I have to, give these people respect. But, we just got to be, cautious and careful because a lot of people, they get together and it, to me, it looked like a congregation of people all close together. And I'm walking in there. We walked in there. I know you was looking for your stuff, and we just want to get in and get out.
Definitely, yeah.
But it's it's just about being cautious, and it just kind of made me think because we have older people. There's so many older people, and and I'm so happy because some of them, they're out there exercising, they're walking, even if just walking your dog, they're just out there trying to, just breathe, get a little air,
Exactly. Let's get out of the house.
But yeah, which is a good thing. Yeah, you got to get out the house, and you got to be very fortunate if you have a big yard. But we just want to keep things positive, and it breaks my heart when I hear about these nursing homes,
Yeah.
and these individuals are locked up in that one room.
And it's a closed,
corona in these facilities.
Yeah, but nursing homes are
scary.
basically a breeding ground for sickness, though, because they're older people and a lot of them in there are sick. So and I can dig the fact that I'm lucky that my mom is with my sister. My 90-year-old mom is with my sister, and my 90-year-old mother is
she's
mom.
a spunky little lady.
Mom is still doing her thing.
Yeah, she does.
Of course, she's
Put
90.
Her bag, her glasses,
everything,
lipstick, and
ready to go.
Ready to go.
But everybody's mom and dad is not like that.
No, but
and if we are our age and we have an older parent and we work and we have children or whatever.
I know there's responsibilities.
And sometimes you don't have
take care
the wherewithal to take care, and they have to go in these places. And it's sad. It's sad if you can't afford a nurse to come in. It's sad because a lot of those places are not good places. They're not, and they're not regulated enough to really feel that comfortable for a parent to be in there.
Yeah, it's just that I don't believe in that. I don't teach my kids. I don't teach my kids to put me in a nursing home. Because I always believe that if a mother or father can take care, and I'm going to exaggerate, 10 kids on welfare on one job. If a parent can do that, then how come one of them can take care and bring that parent in with them? And sorry to say, I know everybody got different circumstances.
Of course.
But there are circumstances where you can take care of your parent and you try to take care of your parent. And unfortunately, you have other members who stick them in a nursing home. And because there's nurses, there's 24 hours, there's
you got to be either, but your parent has to have the insurance to pay for that. If you're in a situation where you're struggling too, and you don't have the money or the wherewithal to keep your elderly parent with you, it's a detriment.
Yeah, I understand that, but they also have Medicare or Medicaid
sometimes
to
it
help
won't
them
cover.
Yeah, but then
the needs that you need to have her at home. Yes. So your next alternative is to put them in a nursing home. Now, your job is, as a child, is to make sure
that they're well taken
care of, which in itself, you have to go to the nursing home constantly to check on your parent.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, you're just throwing your parent away.
Yeah, but it's sad to say not too many people have the authorization. So, but it's sad. It's very sad. And I do not believe in that. And I hate it to the core. But when you do have good family members who get together and they talk about, what they're going to do and they plan it, there's some who will take them in and live with them and take good care of them because there are programs that can help them. Actually, I know because I know a couple of people that I've worked with. And then you have these facilities that they have nurses that they'll come. And again, yes, you need to qualify for those things, but you also can have family members to get together and take turns, and that I believe, especially when you try so hard to put them in a place where I know that they can be okay. And then if you got good family members who can work together as a team, things can happen. But again, it breaks my heart to see how many people are now in these facilities and you have this virus in there, and where can they go? You know what? This will be the first and last time I ever talk about that, but we need to be careful what we do. We have to be very cautious and be careful where we put our loved ones.
A lot of that too. I mean, a lot of that falls under the thing too. And one day I hope we have more time to talk about this. A lot of that comes from how you are brought up, how you are as a parent too. if, because dealing with certain things like parents breaking up, right? Parents splitting up and have a little child. And how sometimes parents put their child through the ringer to get back at the other parent.
Mm-hmm.
That person is going to grow up, right? And we're talking about putting your mother or father in a nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't been a good parent to your child, and there's a very good chance if you're not close to your child and your child is not close to you, there's a very good chance that child, when you do get to that age, or you do get some kind of element at that age where they're saying, okay, here's my choice. Put them in a nursing home, right? Or let them stay home with me and my family. This person has never been that good to me. And in some cases, they held me from my father. They didn't allow me to see my dad. And me and my dad now, we've talked about it. I know he loves me. He loved me then. But my mother, because I'm just using a mother for example, because very rarely does a father get a chance to take their child in a divorce, unless the mother is really messed up. That child may look at that mother now and go, no, I don't want to be bothered. And I say that to say this. Parents need to understand the things that we do will affect how we are treated when we get older. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's sad that a lot of these young people don't understand that. Mm-hmm. Especially young people who are divorced or have a mother or, have a child with somebody who they're not married to. Max, stop. My dog is losing his mind. Go sit down. Go sit down.
Sit, boo-boo. Sit.
Go sit down, Max. Stop. So that's something that we need to think about too. Mm-hmm. And because there's always ramifications of the things that we do in life. If you think that you're going to go through this life unscathed, if you have not been a good person.
I always believe what goes around comes right back.
What do they say in the Bible? You reap what you sow, mm-hmm. and that cannot be truer.
Yeah.
And sometimes we pay for it at a later date. And whatnot. You're messing up my program, dog. Go sit down.
Maxie.
This is the bad thing about having to do your show from home, especially when you have animals or little kids.
You just want to be on the station. Hey, boo.
That's all right. You're gonna see. Yeah, it's gonna see me open up the door and let them out.
Come on, boo. Go sit down.
Stop concentrating on him. We're about to close the show. Max, move your head. Max, move. Max, go away.
Go sit down.
Go away. So, you want to end it?
Yeah.
Say it.
Say what?
Say what I always say.
Let me see. I'm the producer. I'm supposed to be helping you with the technology.
This person. There is no technology. We have nobody in the control room because we have no control room.
I know. I can't wait to go back.
Anyway, as I always say, as we end the show, man makes plan, God smiles. And that is no more apparent than what we're going through right now. We hope everyone is safe. We hope everyone is doing well. Everybody's family is doing well. And we'll see you on another episode of Spoken Voices. Please take care.
Yes.
And we'll see you later.
Play some music. Play some games. Uno. We need to play some Uno.
I destroyed you. And if anybody wants a German Shepherd, we have an email at the end of the show. Please call us.
He's fine.
He's 4 years old and crazy.
Oh, goodness.